Real combat. Real action. Carnage Media.
And we have John Bales making his way into the ring, a veteran of Carnage Fight Series kickboxing.
I've actually kickboxed Jonathan in the Katsudo event, and he's a really tough opponent for sure.
Oh yeah, one of the toughest I've seen. He fought in our tournament when we had that, and anybody who participated in that, you guys already have my respect because I just have to sit here and talk about this stuff. But it was an additional level to see that, sort of in line with the gauntlet like we saw earlier. Like when you have to fight twice or maybe 3 times in the same night.
And stuff too.
It's incredible. So yeah, he's a real warrior.
Yeah, absolutely. His son is a real warrior too. It just must be in the blood,
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot that his son trains as well. And it looks like, based on my sheet here, it's going to be John Bales versus LeBron Hunt in boxing. Now, guys, I will date myself a little bit here, but I got to tell you, as somebody who graduated high school the same year as LeBron James, it breaks my heart to see someone who's able to get in this cage that's named after LeBron. It kind of reminds me just how old I am.
Yeah, this will be a new one for me. I don't think I've seen any LeBron's work at all here. I'm also coming back to it after a long break too, so he could have been in there when I wasn't in.
And we'll see here 2-minute rounds of boxing. This will also be new for me on the LeBron side. Be my first time watching him fight, so
definitely a size difference we see here.
Which is good. I know John has the experience, but for the younger fighter like LeBron, you want to be in those situations, right?
Oh, he looks like he's hitting heavy too. I think that size is helping him. Oh yeah, slugging.
John, we see him doing some of that veteran stuff, switching stances, body jabs. I love a good body jab. LeBron looking good as well. Nice combo from John there.
Since LeBron's got all that pressure, Johnny B's just definitely going to want to just keep that footwork, keep his opponent at bay, and stick and move, come in and out as much as he can.
John Bales, of course, in the white shorts. LeBron in the black trunks. Nice. Like the head move. Yeah, John doing, looks like what you said, sticking and moving. John with the jab upstairs and goes down to the body. I like some of the combos I've seen both fighters throw as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially from the switching stances of Jonathan. Keeps you really thinking about what your opponent's throwing.
Yeah, I love, when you can do that, and I'm sure it takes a lot of time and practice to get efficient at stance switching like that, but to do it, mid-combo or to use it to change your angles for another combo, it's got to be helpful for you when you get into that live action.
Yeah, absolutely. You can turn your jab into a straight in a matter of a step,
And so far, lots of volume, too. These guys are not hesitating. There we go. A lot of punches for a 2-minute round.
You could see at the end of the round there, LeBron took a big, deep breath. I think that the intensity is starting to catch up with him, and we have a whole nother round here, so we'll see how much he can recover in that break.
Yeah, that's part of the downside, I guess, to starting out with that burst of energy, or, we talk about that with fighters a lot. Sometimes you have that adrenaline dump, and sometimes it happens for guys before they've gotten into the octagon.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it happens in those first 30 seconds where you're just like, I'm gonna knock this guy out, and then the next thing you got 6 more minutes to fight. So yeah, we'll see how he is able to recover, but yeah, that's got to be a big challenge, right, to kind of keep yourself regulated early on in a fight. Obviously everyone would love to end fights in 20 seconds, but yeah, how difficult is that to kind of, in your mind, you want to give it your all, but you also kind of want to keep some gas in the tank, right? How do you sort of you're live. You got people trying to hit you. How do you sort of regulate that? Is it just sort of instinct because of all the gauntlets and all the sparring that you do before you get into the ring?
I mean, I want to say, the experience makes you want to stop doing that as much, but then you have guys in the UFC like Jorge Masvidal that just sprints right at his opponent and throws flying knees, and so like we have it in the highest level where people just want to try to finish it ASAP. And I think, in my opinion, I try to not try to look for that stuff. If it comes, it comes. But you just try to catch them as much as you can at a good pace. You don't want to kill yourself.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, if it goes the full length and you've got more in the tank in every round after the first round, that's definitely to your advantage, right? A win is a win. I know most coaches would say don't ever put it in the judge's hands, but it's definitely got its advantages for you to be the fresher fighter.
Right, but a 20-30 second knockout is awesome,
Yeah, that's the highlight. That'll get you on the YouTube Shorts and get you on TikTok.
Absolutely.
I think that was an incidental. I don't believe that was a knockdown.
Maybe he stepped on a foot.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a slip up there.
Yeah, best thing about quick fights is there's not a lot of footage for your opponents to do film study on you too.
That's a good point too. Yeah. These two very active. John has had good head movement, good ability to avoid the punches. So I like that idea by LeBron to kind of get him in the corner, right? He's been it's hard to avoid the punches once you're in that situation.
Yeah, LeBron's displaying pure heart here. You can see he's tired, but he's still being the aggressor, throwing in lots of hands, lots of combinations, and he's just pressuring into Bales as much as he can.
And this could be, to me, one of the most valuable parts of doing this, right, is, you're in an arena, in an environment, you're tired, but you have to keep going, right? That's the experience you're going to have at some point in your career on a Saturday night when you're fighting under the lights.
Yeah, absolutely.